Hello friends, back again, and yeah, this time it's time for some more Open games. This is my friend CasedVictory, base victory versus Bluwing due to hacks I scored face earlier, but not moving on from that. This is also another lucky and bad. This is the game one for Open round three. So start here. So basically, they both have like 4 or 6 the same mons. Both have Frost Blast, Sableye, Swampert, and Lucario. So obviously these two sets of Pokemon are different. Like here, the Jirachi and Lozalade and the Hydreigon and Sharpedo. So that's gonna pretty much make the matchup and see what happens. I'd say Case has an edge from looking at this, but I'm not exactly sure yet. I don't really play this tier, but that's just my initial reaction. Anyway, let's just start here. So Bluwing is gonna lead with his Sableye, as Case also lead with Sableye. So interesting matchup here. They go for the speed tie, but Case predicts Bluwing correctly and goes for the knockoff, which is a good play on his part. And now he knows that Bluewing's either gonna go for the knockoff or Will-O-Wisp. So Case is gonna bring in a Swampert, not wanting to let Sableye get crippled because Sableye is kind of a major problem for Bluewing's team. It's less of a problem for Case team because he does have the low slate, which can kind of wall it. So that's that. Anyway. It has natural kills, that helps. So anyway, Blue's gonna go for the cover here with his Sableye, as Swampert's gonna go for the lure. Hydreigon comes out. This is probably Scarlet Hydreigon, because I know this team, so it is Scarlet Hydreigon. So anyway, Bluewing's gonna predict the switch to I guess anything. I guess Lucario maybe, and let's go for the Fire Blast. And that works out in his favor. He gets the 2 HK on the 3 HK on the Sableye, but that's gonna be good deal for Case. He can just burn the Hydreigon, and now he can just recover off the damage. So good for him. Sableye, as I said before, Sableye is kind of a major problem for Bluewing's team. So yeah, Bluewing's gonna bring in his own Sableye. Case stays in here. He wants to burn Bluewing Sableye, so it's less of a problem. And Case gets lucky here. He wins the speed tie, which is good for him. Maybe he'll get a taunt off. Well, we don't really know if it's a speed tie. It depends on who's speed creep more. So there's no way to really know if it's a speed tie or not unless it happens again. So anyway, Kate's gonna bring the Lozalade. Bluewing goes for the knockoff the first time, putting the switch. Good plan his but now he can stay and go for the knockoff. Case over predicts he goes for the sleep powder, putting the switch, which works out on Bluewing's favor. And then Kate's gonna go for the Leaf Storm, which dodges, so that's the first instant of hacks. Again, we can't really say the speed tie was hacked. We don't know for the speed tie. More than likely, Case is letting more speed, but because Sableye speed creeps are kind of a big thing this tier. But anyway, he's gonna go for Leaf Storm again, as Bluewing's able to cover off the damage now, thanks to the special attack drop. So now Case is gonna bring in this Frost Blast for free, basically. Bluewing can't really taunt it for free because Ice Beam 2 hits KO, so just keep that in mind. He's gonna go for the knockoff here, just as a safe play, I guess. But Case is gonna be able to 2 hits KO with Ice Beam. Now, Case knows that Bluewing has to recover, which gives him a good opportunity to go for taunt. Stop him from recovering again. As you can see, the knockoff does nothing to the Frost Blast, so Case is pretty safe to just go for the spikes if he wants to, just Ice Beam it again. So chooses to go for spikes. Good for him. Will weaken Bluewing's team a bit. So Case is a pretty good edge here, I have to say. So we'll see if he can keep it up. Case is gonna switch to Sableye. He dies a Fire Blast. Doesn't really matter considering Sableye pretty much has stalls anyway. So I guess that's luck, but doesn't really affect the outcome at all considering Sableye pretty much walls this. So it's whatever. Anyway, he's knocked off a Choice Scarf, and now I can just heal off the damage. Yeah, that missed did nothing. So, he knocked off the Choice Scarf for me and Hydreigon's for the switch moves. Go for a Draco Meteor. There's a lot of damage, but Sableye still survives, so that's pretty good because he can still heal up on most of Bluewing's team, so it's pretty solid. Case is gonna bring this. Case is gonna go for the cover on the Swampert. As the Swampert goes for the Earthquake. Bluewing could have gone for the Scald and gone for the Burn, but I guess he didn't want to listen to those late, so that's fine. Case is gonna go for the Will-O-Wisp here, and the Bluewing goes for the Lure. I'm not really sure why. I figured I thought he should have gone for the Scald there, cause I figured it was kind of obvious Case was gonna go for Will-O-Wisp, but I guess he got a little predicted there. Anyway, Swampert's gonna go for Stealth Lock now, which is fine, because now Case is gonna be able to bring in Frost Blast for free, basically, set up more spikes. Weaken more Bluewing's team. He can't really do much with the Swampert right now because of the burn, so good for Case. Now Lucario is gonna be lowered out, which is good for Case anyway, because now he can switch back to Swampert, and he didn't want to list the Scald burn or the Earthquake, I guess. But anyway, he shows he has Scald here, which is kind of obvious, but I still don't know why he didn't Scald the Sableye. That was kind of a bad play in my opinion. I think he should have Scalded it, honestly. And I don't know why he lowered. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me, but anyway, Case is gonna bring in the Sableye now. go for the cover, and pretty safe play. Except now he's listing the bullet, and in case if Bluwing actually gets the bullet there, um, I don't think he should have listed that. Honestly, that was kind of a risky play. I would rather have just switched, just bought in Lowe's or something, and healed up Sableye later. Not even healed. You could just Will-O-Wisp the Lucario or something. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think that was I don't think that was a list case needed to take, but he took it anyway, and it didn't pay off. So that kind of sucks for him. Anyway, Case can go for the knockoff. The Bluwing goes for the lower, which is gonna basically cripple the Sableye because now it's only 50%. And it's burn. So basically, Case would have been a lot better off if he just bought in those instead of anything else besides the Sableye and gone for the cover. Because yeah, that kind of cripbles it. So anyway, Blooming Canoe bringing his Gelati here. This is definitely definitely the subset sub iron head fire punch and a toxic, which is a pretty good set in this metagame. Gelati's Hydreigon Scarf, so Case knows that this Gelati is in Scarf, so good for him. Jack is gonna go for a Toxic here, putting the Destiny Bond. Good play on Bluewing's part. Case could go for the Taunt here, which is a good play. And Bluewing doesn't predict it. He goes for the sub. And now he's basically gonna be forced out because otherwise Case can just kill him with Destiny Bond. So good play for Case. And I'm assuming Case will go for Ice Beam here, make a real play, but he doesn't. The switch though is kind of obvious. I would have gone for Ice Beam, but I guess he wanted to be safer, even though it was pretty much guaranteed Bluewing would switch. Oh well. Anyway, Case goes for taunt on this. Bluewing just goes for knockoff, knocks off the thing leftovers. It probably wasn't a speed tie as before, so it was fine for Bluewing to do that. He figured that he was slower. So anyway, Sableye's gonna come out. I mean, Fossile's gonna come out, and Sableye gonna go for knockoff here. Knockoff is disabled, which doesn't really matter honestly, because now Fossile's gonna finish off with the Icy Wind. And that's fine. As I said before, Case would have been a lot better if this thing didn't get burned. He really shouldn't have listed that. That was kind of a misplay on his part. But anyway, Bluewing can bring in his Lucario here as Case goes for Torpedo, goes for the Protect. Bluewing protects correctly, goes for Lucario. I figured Blue might have gone for Destiny Bond there, since that would have also stopped the Protect. Since Destiny Bond goes to Protect, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, Case gonna sack the Lucario. Case gonna sack the Rosalade because he wants to bring in his own Lucario. And this is a speed tie here, which Case is listing, but apparently Bluewing doesn't want to list it and he decides to switch up. I guess because he figures Case Lucario might be Jolly, which is a potential thing to check out of Lucario. So Case just decided to take the list. Bluewing didn't, so that's fine. Bluewing's gonna go for the sub, and Case gonna bring in Torpedo. Case doesn't protect here. I'm not really sure why he didn't protect, honestly. Wait, actually, never mind. I guess he didn't protect because if he protected, Bluewing could sub some more, although I'm not really sure why. I think protect was still a better play, because either way, you're risking the flinch. So, anyway, so Case still has a chance, though, even after all that luck that Bluewing got. Case still has a chance. He just has to go for the SD, and then he can E-speed basically break the sub, then go for the SD, KO this, and then KO the Lucario, and he wins basically. So Case is just gonna go for the SD heal. He has enough HP, except he gets burned at the fire punch, which pretty much cost him the game since he could have been able to KO the Gelati and the Lucario with extreme speed probably. It was a calc, but I mean it was a lull, but Case had like a 50% chance or more chance of killing it, so that was pretty unlucky in his part. So hope you guys enjoyed that. Lucky and bad. Bluewing luck strikes again. He got pretty lucky this game, honestly, in general. So the dodging leaf storms, the fire punch at the end, on head punching and stuff. So on to game 3. Game 2, there was like no luck, so no point in playing that. But lucky and bad. But yeah. Anyways, it's game 3. It's 1-1 at this point, obviously. So I want to take all. Bluewing is once again using this team that he won game 1 with one difference as an Absol now over the Lucario, so that's kind of interesting. Case has a really interesting team. I haven't seen anything like it before. Mega Aglon, probably Calm Mind, Lady Eclipse, defensive Florgus, Rapid Spin Tentacle, I guess, and probably offensive Lucario and offensive Santa Lua like offensive presence, I guess, for his team. So let's get started here, basically. Case can leave with his Tentacle as Bluewing leaves his Frost last. Bluewing could taunt this, or he could just go for safer spikes. Case books his taunt, just goes for the scalp. Doesn't get the burn, so that kind of sucks with him. Case is now going to go for the toxic spikes. Bluewing doesn't go for a taunt. I'm not sure why. He really shouldn't have listed that. That was a terrible play on Bluewing's part, honestly. He literally should have gone for a taunt. Like, risking the toxic spikes is really not. You already got one layer of spikes, so I mean, you already won the first person. There's no need to risk that when toxic spike lacks like 4 to 6 to the team. That's kind of a terrible idea. Anyway, Swampert gonna come in now. It gets poisoned as Case just go for the scalp. Do some damage to this thing. So Case has a pretty good edge now. Even though Bluwing got up spikes, Case does have this thing to spin. In addition to that, Toxic Spikes kind of destroys Bluwing's entire team. So Bluwing's gonna predict the Lapis spin, bring out Sableye, but that doesn't really matter honestly. Case can just go for the protect here. Predict the knockoff or the Will-O-Wisp, basically lack up toxic damage on Sableye while scouting his move. So that's that. Case gonna switch here. Blue has Agcon, picking the knockoff. And Bluwing goes for the good play, goes for the Will-O-Wisp to burn it. Case does have a little more therapy though probably on Florgus, so probably not too big of a deal, but we'll see. Sableye here is gonna go for the taunt, good play, putting the stealth lock, but and Case does end up going for stealth lock, so that works out well for Bluwing. Bluwing Sableye is slowly dying from toxic though, so he kinda switch out here. He runs into Jelachi as Case switches out himself, brings out his Florgus. And once again, it's a good play from Bluwing for once. Even though he messed up in the beginning with a toxic spikes play, at least he had taunted. He's making some good headway here. So he's gonna go for the Iron Head here, gets a crit. This thing's definitely sub since he revealed it last time, and also it makes logical sense. Although I guess he could have changed this around. It's probably just a different team. This could be Skull Slash, this could be Life Orb. I don't really know yet. We'll find out. So Bluwing's gonna bring us Frostless here, just to try and weaken this, I guess. I'm not really sure why he didn't set up spikes again. I'm pretty sure, is it 2 layers? I thought he only 2 layers, right? Oh, never mind. He got 3 layers up. I was really confused. Okay. Yeah, he got up all 3 layers. I forgot. Anyway, that's fine. So now Bluwing can just bring in a Sableye on the Lapid spin. He doesn't want the hazard to get spinned away, obviously. That's pretty much his only major advantage at this point. So Bluwing's gonna go for the Will-O-Wisp, hit the Florgus on the switch, but it doesn't really matter because this thing definitely has a little therapy, which is pretty much just gonna kill it. Except Bluwing can taunt it if he wants to, but Case could put it then just go for the Moonblast. So it's kind of a 50-50 here. But Case has switched out. I'm not really sure why. I guess he doesn't have aromatherapy. I figure either he doesn't have aromatherapy. That's the only explanation. Because if he breaks the taunt, he could have gone for Moonblast. I'm not really sure why. I guess it might be offensive, like sub CM or something. I guess that's the only logical explanation. So just gonna go with that, I guess. Case has Hex on a Chandelier, which is pretty interesting. That's kind of a problem for Bluwing actually, because Toxic Spikes hits most of his team hard, but luckily for him, Hydreigon isn't affected by it, so good for him. He's gonna be able to go for the U-turn on this and bring out the Frostlass, which is gonna be able to pretty much finish off his Aggron. Can just taunt it, stop him sending your Stealth Lock. Good play from Bluwing, as they're both gonna die now. So what's that for Bluwing? He pretty much stops Stealth Lock blowing up, so that'll help him as it lets him bring in Hydreigon freely, pretty much. So that's good. And Jelachi more freely. So Jay's gonna bring his Tentacle here, and Bluwing's just gonna go for the Iron Head, basically trying to hack this thing down. Of course, the trademark Bluwing luck just coming through right now. So he's gonna keep going for it, and he reveals he has the subset, so Hydreigon definitely Scarf, as it did reveal U-turn earlier, so it probably was, but that pretty much just confirmed it. So Case is just gonna stay in, keep trying to spam, and he does get off the Lapid spin. I'm not really sure why Bluwing did that. Like, he needed those hazards. Like, that was a pretty terrible play on Bluwing's end. Like, I know you have sub, but after you flinched it once, you probably could have just gone to Sableye. It's a pretty safe switch. You can live Scout, you can recover. This thing's getting worn down by the spikes. You really needed those hazards. It was kind of basically eliminating his entire team. His entire team's affected by spikes besides the Uniclus. That's kind of a big deal. I'm really not sure why I did that, because he's really not in that good of a position. The Tentacle does have Protect, and Iron Head's only doing like 12%, so it's going to be kind of hard for him to flinch this thing down, considering he only loses 6% per turn, and he can Protect the game by another 6. So basically, Bluwing's a target and is completely screwed up. TLDR. So yeah, Bluwing completely messed up there by doing that. And now Case can pretty much just force this out, or just, as a Bluwing tries to go for the burn, of course, just because that's pretty much the only way at this point, because Iron Head is not really going to break through this thing. He does have leftovers and Protect. There's no chance. So Bluwing's basically just getting destroyed now. And his only option is kind of to go for the burn. I guess the Florgus actually doesn't have aromatherapy, and all of a sudden, after looking like somewhat out of it, Case is all of a sudden like completely back in this, because Bluwing messed up, and now Case has no house. They can further switch around, saving him a huge end in this game. So Case is gonna bring a Chandelure here as a Bluwing goes for the sub. Now here, uh, I figured Bluwing might switch just because Chandelure is known to have Infiltrator, which can pierce the sub and KO the Gelati. So I figured that Bluwing might switch, or just go for the Iron Head flinch if he really wants to. But just for Toxic, which could work out because Case has Will-O-Wisp, he goes for it, and apparently he said in the chat that he's supposed to have Infiltrator, but he messed up and got the ability. So that really sucks for him. That might end up costing him because if he won this, it would really help him out. This thing would pretty much be dead, and he could just take out the rest of his team basically more easily. Because this Gelati is kind of one of the issues for this guy's team because it can like basically stopping the Uniclus. It can beat the Florgus and stuff, so that helped him out. But that pretty much good Case over. So that's just Case with the team building here. So that kind of sucks for him. And now Bluwing is of course just going for the luck because why not? It's Bluwing. Let's just go anyway. Channel's getting weakened here as Bluwing's just gonna keep going for sub stalling and eventually just gonna try and kill us with Iron Head flinches, I guess. He really would have had a huge edge in this game if he just brought out Sableye on the Tentacle, but he didn't. So anyway, he's taking the safe food out, just gonna keep sub spamming, not risking the flinches unless he has to. And Sandal is eventually gonna die from Toxic at this point. So that's fine. He can sub again now if he wants to, or just go for the Iron Head. But choose to switch out, save his thing's PP, save his thing's health, I guess, for later. So that's fine. As Sandal is gonna be able to live the Toxic, but only by 5%. It's gonna be taken out by the U-turn. As now Bluwing can just switch out into his Swampert, which is still a pretty high health. It is Toxic though, so it's kind of crucial at this point. He's gonna bring his Uniclus, which is basically gonna reveal what set it is, and as Bluwing gets a block, which is gonna help him out later. So Kate's gonna go for Calm Mind, which reveals it is the Calm Mind set, obviously, and that's actually kind of a problem for Bluwing's team because Sableye is poisoned and this thing is kind of weakened. So if you can weaken the Gelati or maybe not get flinched, you can pretty much do a lot of damage to Bluwing's team from here. Although this Swampert probably has lower, so I'm not really sure why Case is setting up on this. I guess he thought maybe an Ice Beam or something, but anyway, Mega Absol can't actually kill this, so if Case has Focus Blast, he can take it out, so this thing's definitely a threat. But Bluwing is going to go for the lure here. Case literally gone for the side shock there, Psychic, because whichever move he has, because it was pretty obvious the thing had lure. Because most Swampers do have lure. Sorry, most Swampers do have lure, so that was kind of a dumb risk for him to take. Anyway, Case is going to bring in his Lightning Plus again, as Bluwing makes a good play, brings out a Sableye, which is going to allow him to heal up for free, basically, as Case is going to go to the Tentacle. So, Bluwing actually goes for the knockoff here instead of the cover. More aggressive play, I guess. He figured that Lightning Plus couldn't touch him, since I guess they let Focus Blast and Psychic covered, so I guess it was a pretty safe play. Case is going to go for the Scout here, as Bluwing just keeps trying to heal the Sableye up, because he kind of needs this for later, I guess. And now Bluwing's going to take him out with the knockoff, finish this off, and now he can't spin away the Stealth Lock, so they're pretty much here to stay, which is going to cripple the Florgus for later. And I guess also somewhat not really into the Clelia, but anyway, Bluwing is going to go for the taunt. Sorry, Bluwing's going to go for the taunt here to basically prevent this thing from wishing, going for the Calm Mind, whatever it is. I'm assuming it is Calm Mind, because otherwise I don't know why he didn't Aromatherapy or Moon Blast on the Sableye, so that's what I'm guessing. Anyway, Bluwing pretty much has to hack this thing now, because he lost his Sableye, because that makes this Uniclus a lot more of a threat. So now, Bluwing's only option is pretty much to hack this thing, and Case actually has a Key Berry, which is ridiculously random. Are you kidding me? So Case is innovating the meta out here with a nice Key Berry Uniclus. I didn't even know that was a berry, but apparently it boosted offense on it by physical attack. That's what I'm guessing. That's actually pretty funny. That actually really helps him out right now because that means that this is actually 28.8% with Iron Head, but now it's going to do less, so he needs more luck to win, basically. So that's pretty good for Case. Let's make it harder for Bluwing to break through. That's some nice innovation, though. Although, he probably would have been better off if he had leftovers, because he would gain back 6% anyway. So I'm not really sure which one benefits him more, but I guess it works out. Anyway, I'm sure it has some niche. Anyway, Case is going to for the cover, heal up. Bluwing's still trying to hack this thing. He can't Fire Punch Bullet, obviously, because it is Magic Guard, so he's going to keep spamming Iron Head, just hoping for some hacks. And he needs a lot of flinches in order to take this thing out. Iron Head is basically like an 8 HKO, so he needs like 7 flinches or like 6 flinches and like a couple more flinches after the cover, so then again, it's pretty hard for him to win this. Even though Iron had 60% flinch, he kind of has to get way too many flinches to win this. So Case is in a pretty good position now because Bluewing did sacrifice to save Bly, which was a hard counter to this. So that's that. Bluewing he is gonna switch it to the Absol, and Case does have Focus Blast most likely, so he can probably go for that and take this thing out. So Blue and Case, well, no, knockoff is pretty much weakened because of the key, but that's pretty interesting actually because he has no item right now. So knockoff only 65 base power, so Sucker Punch is actually stronger. Because of the key ability, he does have boosted defense, so this thing's much less of a threat. So I suppose the key ability is actually working some magic here. So Bluewing like he's gonna go for the knockoff, which as before is weakened, so doesn't do anything. But Case is gonna miss the focus blast, and that is a big deal because if this Absol died, he would pretty much just have to deal with Jirachi. These two would just be dead, and Case would pretty much win. So now Absol can go for the Swords Dance, and Case is gonna miss the focus blast again, and that is just a major bitch for Case. Even though he missed the first one, if he hit this one, it'd be just the same. He still could have been in a great position, but now Bluewing has +1, +2. Case is a +1, but Sucker Punch is still gonna hurt this thing. And Sucker Punch is stronger as I said before, so Case can switch it to Florgus here. As Bluewing's gonna go for the knockoff, take it out. I'm honestly sure if knockoff would have killed that, but it would have weakened it enough to where Jirachi could kill it. So good play on Case's part, switching it up, trying to keep us alive, win later, so that's fine. Case gonna bring in Lucalia here, which threatens the E-Speed. Bluewing has to stay in because he can't list the Swords Dance. As Case, I don't know what item he is, because he doesn't have Life Orb. I'm not sure what item that is, but anyway, Case can bring in the Uniclips, which eats this up pretty well. Except now he has no key ability, and he has no leftover, so Jirachi's gonna have a much easier time flinching this down. But Bluewing still needs some luck to finish this off, so can he continue the lucky and bad and finish off CaseVictory? Let's find out. So Jirachi's gonna go for sub here. Maybe trying to PP Saul or go for the miss for the Focus Blast, I guess, or to pick the Calm Mind. And now, Ironhead is just a 5H KO, so he sees 4 punches in a row to finish it off. It could be a 5H KO, it depends on the rolls, but it probably is. So, Bluewing's just gonna keep spamming Ironhead, obviously. Like, he has no choice on the matter. He's gonna keep spamming, and Case gets off the cover here. If Case successfully PP stalls at the Ironhead, he does win. Bluewing's been spamming them for a while, so he definitely is running out. Case has to keep going. He doesn't actually have to break the sub. He has to keep the cover spamming, calm minding. And he should be fine since if he PP stalls on head, fire punch isn't doing anything. He can break this thing with sidekick and just win. So that should be his plan, and he's going for that. But Bluewing has other plans in mind as he keeps going for iron heads, keeps getting flinches, and right here, iron heads a 3H KO. So he just needs 2 flinches and this game's over. So can he get the flinches? Let's find out. Case is gonna cast to stay in here. Bluewing goes to the iron head, gets the flinch, and this is it. Can he do it? Bluewing, the lucky and bad player, can he finish the game off with 1 more flinch? Yes, he can. As the lucky and bad player, Bluewing, manages to win 2 games in a row, or not 2 games in a row, but 2 games versus CaseVictory to pure luck. So that kind of sucks for Case. That's pretty much over. I guess it's Lucalia is like Focus House or something. But anyway, that really sucks for Case. Bluewing pretty much threw the game away when he didn't switch to Sableye on the Tentacle, let the Lapis Spin get off because before that he was in a great position, but then he tried to hack it with Jirachi and go for sub for no reason, so that kind of messed him up. But so Case pretty much outplayed him from there, but unluckily for Bluewing, unluckily for Case, Bluewing is just a bit too lucky there, so hope you guys enjoyed that. More lucky and bad coming soon. Peace, friends.